Howdy folks, thanks for tuning back in to the Iron Spring Outdoors. This is going to be an update video. As many of you probably know, duck season is officially over, but that doesn't mean the work ends. So we got some comments on that. Also have an update on my review of the Browning Maxus 2, and also kind of tell you what's planned for this channel in the future. So let's start off with the Browning Maxus 2. On my last review with this shotgun, if you've watched the video, you know I was having some issues, feeding issues. When I would shoot, the shell would eject, and then whenever it would go to feed and load the next shell, I was having issues with the lift gate, almost seeming like it wasn't lifting the shell high enough to make it into the chamber. After that video, broke the shotgun down, cleaned it really good. Like I said I would, oiled the action, used an Otis dry lube on the trigger pack assembly, and since then, no problems. That's been about a month ago, so I had another month of it out in the field this season before the season came to an end. And not the first, I did not have the first issue at all. So it looks like that perhaps my issue was either the gun just being dirty from break-in, maybe it had a, you know, material or something in it that was breaking loose as the parts were starting to wear in, which I'm sure has probably got some more wearing in to do. But cleaned it and haven't had the first issue. It just went bang and reliably reloaded ever since. The one thing I will say, I did see some other people, JD Reynolds, I think was his channel, that he's got a Maxus 2 Wicked Wing edition that he's having liftgate problems as well, and on his shotgun, his liftgate is actually rubbing against the inside of the receiver, where his action release button is. On mine, it does not at all. The lift gate doesn't touch the side of the receiver at all on any sides. No, mine's just a standard Browning Maxus 2, but really that shouldn't make a difference when it comes to the lift gate, I wouldn't think. So, but it doesn't rub or touch the side of the receiver at all. So that's my update on that. So it looks like with the Browning Maxus 2, it must have just been, it needed a good cleaning from the first, you know, 100 rounds or whatever it was put through it, or it just needed a good cleaning. It was dirty. So another month in the field, done as good as I can ask for it to do. So that's it for the Browning Maxus 2. The next update we have for the channel is actually an apology. On one of my last videos, I told you guys that we were going to the Outer Banks and I was going to have video of the hunts that we were going to be able to do, and that did not happen. I did pick up a GoPro camera. I did pick up a 12 gauge shotgun barrel mount, but it didn't come with any fasteners or anything to attach the camera to the mount. I stopped by a local hardware store, got with my mount, got a machine bolt that would work for what I needed it to. Went to the Outer Banks, and lo and behold, the size bolt that fits in the barrel bracket does not fit in the GoPro mounting tabs. So I wasn't able to use the GoPro on our trip to the Outer Banks. Come back home, stopped by the hardware store again, got a smaller bolt. I was able to mount the camera. I used it a few times this year, but it just didn't produce the quality of video that I was looking for. If the ducks come in close, it done fine with that, but if they were off any kind of distance, looked like I was just shooting at nothing in the sky. So I think when it comes to that, I may have to invest in some kind of like the shot cam or something to that effect in order to be able to get the videos that I'm looking for. So that is on that aspect. The next issue, it's not going to be a very long video, is got some future plans for the channel. Like I said before, duck season's over, but the work doesn't stop. For me, my hunting rig is getting some age on it. It's a 1998 Polarcraft 16-foot boat with a 1986 Yamaha 40 two-stroke outboard. Physically, they work fine, but the boat's starting to show some age. Paint's chipping off of it, wearing off, things of that nature. And the Yamaha, we wanting to update it somewhat, put a newer style. It's got the old big tiller on it, but put the newer style, mid-90s, you know, two-stroke, bigger tiller on it, add a trim plate, do things that'll help. Not really looking for speed, but looking for, although speed's not a bad thing, especially during the summertime when fishing or just boat riding, but looking to get the trim on it, increase the range. You know, you can, a boat with trim can travel at the same speed as a boat without trim with less throttle. And there's some videos and stuff on YouTube that kind of talk about that. And then in doing so, you increase your range because you're increasing your fuel economy. And that's mainly what I'm looking for. That and just increasing the rideability of the boat when we're fishing in the summertime or just out boat riding. So stay in tune for that. We got that coming. Next thing I got coming is I had a few people request a video on the Sportsman 58. So we're going to do a breakdown video on that, trying to show you kind of like up close each part, kind of how it fits together, and kind of like what maintenance items that you can expect on it. There's not much to go wrong on the Sportsman 58, but there are, it does have one weak spot, and then it has one other item that could potentially cause problems as the gun ages. Simple fix. We'll get into that on another video. So, last thing we've got is I've got a new toy. So we went to the Outer Banks and I found myself lacking in some instances. So for those who know what this is, stay in tune because I will confirm your suspicions later. Those who do not, if you will, just stay with the channel and we'll talk about this beast that I've named Big Iron. We're gonna get into probably doing some reloading with this shotgun, just because of availability issues when it comes to the ammunition for the 10 gauge. This is a 10 gauge shotgun, so I'll kind of give y'all a little hint for those who may not know what shotgun this is. It does show some wear. It's got an older Duracoat finish on it, something that will probably change with it. But first things first is to get some ammunition, update the spring kit inside of it, and I'm going to go ahead and the springs in it feel pretty weak. They're not very stiff at all. I'm going to go ahead and replace the buffer in it also because I'm sure it's slammed into the back of the receiver on more than one occasion. So that pretty much concludes the video for today. If you like this content, like and subscribe. If you like this content, share it. You know, get the name out of there. We went from 0 subscribers to 25, which I think is a pretty big jump for only starting this channel 2 months ago. And you know, I'm a duck hunter. I like hunting ducks. We mainly focus on duck hunting during duck season, but this is the outdoors channel, so we're going to try to do some fishing content, flounder gigging, and some saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing, and then also, you know, the equipment, things that what I said, the projects as far as with the boat to improve it, and may give you some ideas on your rig. But thanks for tuning in.